Welcome everyone. Today we are doing a type of reading I haven't done in a little while, and that is a pick a card series spiritual edition. Though all my readings are really, I feel spiritual, intuitive, or guided, however you want to say it. So anyway, welcome. We're going to do, it's called pick a card, but you're going to pick a pal between 1, 2, and 3. Uno, dos, and tres. Right? Pick one of these. In this type of reading, I usually would tell you to, the first number that pops in your head or you see that number in your head, that's the number I would call for. This can relate to love, career, really anything. It's about your life. So, what do you need to know, or what are you allowed to know right now that may help you in some way expand your world? 1, 2, or 3. They were nice and neat. Normally I shuffle online. I wait till I hit record, but I felt like doing it beforehand just to shorten the time a little bit. And I have to tell you, I wish I would have recorded it because I used 4 different decks for you. And, I make it clear what I'm looking for or what I'm asking for. And I said I wanted to do 3 of each. And it was interesting because the Mother Mary deck, which is the first card we're using, it's an oracle card. One of my favorites is the first card. And when I shuffled it, 3 came out. Perfect. And I asked for them to be face down. I don't want to see them until you see them. Then I used the Tarot of Dreams. Same thing. 3 came out. Perfect. Then I used the Light Seer. 3 came out. Perfect. If you guys, if you watch me, that doesn't happen very often for me. And then I decided to bring in it's called the Tarot of Night, that I don't use very often, but mainly because the artwork is dark, so it doesn't come across very well. It's the only one where I got a couple extra cards, so I was going to put them back, and I thought, you know what, I know I'm keeping them. So we have the 8 of Pentacles, and we have the World. This is beautiful energy together. This is an opportunity to do something. Maybe it has to do with your shadow self, you're overcoming, right? Now you're putting it to pen and paper, or, you're receiving epiphanies. The world talks about a new chapter, a new time. Think of life in 9-year cycles, right? Here comes the next chapter type of thing. But this is about your pentacles and what you can build from that. So, if you have questions about what you're doing and will you be successful, I feel like what's being said to you is, as long as you focus on it, you will be successful. Because whatever you focus on in this type of energy is what you're going to grow. Entering into the world energy, to me, it's a very spiritual time. So, I don't know. Seems I don't want to say lucky, because this is your hard work. Pentacles can talk about your craft, that type of thing also. Okay, so let's begin. So, I'm going to take one more moment, just be quiet, and let you have confirmation in your number. And let's begin. We're going to begin with 1. We have gratitude. This is the Mother Mary Oracle deck. Gratitude. As I notice and appreciate my blessings, I open the door to more of God's gifts. Well, that would be perfect energy that's explained up here in the World and the 8 of Pentacles together. It could be gratitude for the gift that you carry, or the talent, that type of thing. Okay, we have the 5 of Pentacles. we have the Three of Cups. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is a new deck to me, the Tarot of Night. Actually, 3 of these decks are new to me. But this one I haven't used very often, again, because it's dark, but I do love the artwork. So, Knight of Pentacles, you know, she's carrying a sickle. I believe that's what you call it. And what's a sickle do? It cuts away. So, we have the Knight of Pentacles at the end of your reading. The Knight of Pentacles, I often feel, is your guardian angel. At least it can be epiphanies from your guardian angel. It's about, this Knight is bringing something to your physical world. And I feel like I kind of have to read this backwards because the Knight is coming in this direction, and I feel like it's about what the Knight is bringing to you. I'm seeing the stars within the Three of Cups. So for some of you, this can be a time period after the Tower, after hands have been forced. You know, the Five of Pentacles, to me, I'm kind of struggling here. But it's the energy of keep the gratitude and keep moving forward, right? Because what's behind it, I'm seeing the stars, even though it's the Three of Cups. And I feel like the Knight of Pentacles looking in is saying, have patience. There's something that's coming towards you, right? Something that will allow you to celebrate it. But this Five of Pentacles, you know, this is, usually it's not by our design that we're in this energy. And, you know, I often feel it's like, you know, maybe I was in a Ten of Pentacles and boom, all of a sudden I find myself in the Five of Pentacles. It can be where now I am just totally responsible for myself. I don't have an income of another, that type of thing. Whatever it is, it talks about struggle. But really what it talks about is moving from, let's just say, the Five of Pentacles, which is about change. And we're in a universal year 5. So some things that feel bad can turn around and, you know, sometimes when our hand is forced and something is closed and it wasn't our choice, sometimes it's divine's hand in it. And that's because there's something better. Now, when I'm in that energy, it's hard to believe that. And I feel like that's why Mother Mary comes out with gratitude. And it can talk about, you know, pay attention during this next part of your journey about meeting people who just seem to come in at just the right time. Like this reading may come in at just the right time for someone. You know, enough to keep you going, right? Because where you're moving to is a very soulmate energy, soulmate type energy. And I mean in all forms, by the way. But this Knight is bringing you an opportunity to celebrate. Knight of Pentacles says, you can depend on me. This may be, you know, listen, this may be something that has come from lifetimes. This, by the way, this Knight of Pentacles feels like it fits up here with this Eight of Pentacles, right? So for some of you, it's an opportunity maybe you didn't expect, in a form of a pentacle that allows you to begin something. The Eight of Pentacles talks about also the energy, be willing to go in as the apprentice, maybe just be thankful. But it also talks about a very fast growth if I focus on it, right? Moving into the world, I feel like it has to talk about your spirituality. You know, your spirituality is now becomes a big part of it. And some of you, it's talking about what you do. But maybe you wouldn't have done it had that not happened. So we're going to go ahead and take, we're going to use the Gilded Tarot and take a few and just get a little bit of clearer understanding. I feel like some of you already know, You know, if it's for you, like, you get it, you know what I'm talking about. But this real opportunity is opening up, right, with the world energy. But I have to tell you, you know, its demand is that a door be closed, right? Because it's the next chapter. But, you know, it's being carried in by the Knight of Pentacles, which really, you know, if we look at knights, we would say they're all trustworthy. This is the one that takes its time, builds it up, makes sure it's right. Coming after the struggle, something to help you maybe overcome this struggle. And listen, don't think that some of you might not then take whatever you learned in that struggle and in some form, you know, you feel guided to start a business. All right, we have the Chariot. So that's kind of beautiful, coming right over gratitude and the Five of Pentacles. You know, that's balance. And it's finding balance within yourself. You know, the masculine and the feminine. You know, maybe my hand is forced and I take a job that, you know, that I would normally wouldn't take. It just reminds me of something I saw in the news. I think it was Amazon, and I don't have any idea. I'm not giving a thumbs up or down. It's just a comment on. But anyway, it was about a lot of people who lost their jobs during COVID. And, you know, places like Amazon grew. So they hired in the warehouse, and a lot of them said that, you know, they weren't going to go back to their original job, even if it was offered. So sometimes, you know, I don't know. I don't know how much of a blessing that is, but we have the Queen of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands. And then we have the Ace of Swords. Wow. So, first of all, the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Swords together, to me, talk about the ability for you to really, truly understand and learn and grow. The person in the Nine of Wands is usually very muscular, and it talks about their journey, right, and what they've had to overcome. But what it has done is made them stronger, right? It actually made them stronger. And I often feel it's the collective of all your lives. And sitting next to the Ace of Swords, well, that can only mean the truth, right? This may talk about, you know, finding you again. You may have been lost in something that you thought was, you know, I don't know, I kind of feel it was probably less than perfect anyway. Because even though I feel like, you know, there's that struggle, and maybe even I didn't even know this was coming. Then the Queen of Wands is below that, and of course that can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but she's our intuitive queen. So she's the queen that will move according to her intuition, according to that fire in her belly. So she's a great queen to come out right now over that Five of Pentacles, right? She's the queen that would keep on moving right through the struggle, right? So I like seeing that, honestly. And then the Chariot to me is a reward. Much like the world is a reward, you know, it's time for something better. It's time for more expansion, and here is the opportunity. And how did you get there? Only you could have gotten yourself there, because it's all about, it's almost like your inner workings, but then how it affects the world. So there seems to be a real balance that comes about, maybe, and it comes from an understanding and even gratitude. Maybe just gratitude for what you've learned, you know, out of it. But nonetheless, all of a sudden this is going to be a long reading. Nonetheless, this Knight of Pentacles, bringing in this pentacle, which talks about something into your physical world, right? And the Chariot probably says you can take that pentacle, or let's call it a seed, and you can grow it as large as you want. This is an unlimited energy, and for many of you, I feel like this is a period when you're truly moving into your own authentic self. You know, but listen, you're in a very balanced energy here. you're moving into the Six of Pentacles, which is a very empathetic and compassionate type energy for others, right? And that can be like, I help with it within my knowledge or within my pentacles, you know. So it's kind of a beautiful energy. And then when you're in that energy, listen, that's what keeps coming back to you, right? And I just feel like celebrations, guys. Be grateful. Maybe even just being grateful for the signs, because I feel like they're there. I feel like this is what the stars are representing. You know, I feel like the Knight of Wands is saying, listen, you've been through much worse, and you've overcome. Maybe you don't remember. Maybe it was a previous lifetime. You know what I mean? I'm like, literally, maybe it's time period when they use swords. So anyways, this is about your strength. This is about after the struggle. Well, kind of during the struggle. Kind of take on the Queen of Wands energy, right? Being proactive. Follow your intuition. It may just lead you to a path that's brand new. And it's a kind of path where you learn as you go. Right? Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. I don't know. That felt, you know, other than the struggle, let's talk about, you know, Universal Year 5, change. Well, I feel like it's talking about perhaps maybe this will be the year that the struggle ends. Okay. For number 2, we have signs. I watch for, notice, and trust the signs that heaven continuously sends. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so, you know, it's like a time period for you, too. It's talking about that, you know, your guides are giving you signs because one of your seeds of intentions is probably coming close to harvest time, right? That you harvest. Seven of Pentacles is an energy of patience. You know, maybe I wanted to, you know, pluck that apple before it was ripe. And you guys are like, whoa, have a little patience. We have the Four of Pentacles. And then we have the Star. Beautiful. Look at that card. Card of Aquarius. So, you know, this person looks like they're actively manifesting. Truly. You know, especially with the Seven of Pentacles there. And it can certainly be out of your home. Or it's talking about signs within the home that you're receiving. You know, I feel like this is talking about, again, something that's coming toward you. A time period of harvest that's coming toward you. But again, you had a big part in this, right? It's like the night sky seems important. All right, let's take some cards here. I feel like if some of you are dreaming of leaving your home, there may be like even a dream location. I feel like this is saying that you can manifest this. But to me, it feels like right now it's more like what I'm hoping for. All right, we have the Four of Swords. We have Justice. Let's go talk about a divorce. Card of Libra, by the way. And we have the Eight of Wands. I feel like, you know, I feel like there's movement in this reading, as in, well, clearly, some of you may have cut ties with someone. Whenever. It didn't have to just happen. Because I feel like the Four of Swords is talking about a time out. And, you know, then I look at the Seven of Pentacles, and that's about patience. But the signs are still there, right? And that may be some of the signs that you had received. You know, I kind of like that it's saying allowing, you know, like, through any journey. Let's take 9-year cycles again, 9-year cycles, okay? through that 9-year cycle, there is, maybe it's the 4th year, there's that opportunity to stop, heal, understand, because there's 4 swords. One of those swords is of your own, your own reaction, your own, sometimes what did I give away, my own belief system, what did I take on, no judgment, even though it is sitting by justice. But I don't feel that, to be honest with you. It's funny, she's got a blindfold on. Justice. Blind Justice. Blind Justice. I think that's a song. So anyway, I feel like there has been this time out period. But now I feel like on the other side of it is the Eight of Wands. And this is pretty fast moving energy. And I also have to say this is energy of what I'm thinking about, I'm bringing about. I feel like some of you, it's like I picture you just sitting at home with your eyes closed, thinking about, maybe a location, whatever it is. I kind of feel like it's meant to be here with the Seven of Pentacles, because those are your original seeds of intention. And I often feel like many of those seeds are planted before we even come here on Earth. But you can also look, about 2 or 3 years back, and often what we're living in today can be, now this isn't always, but a couple years behind us can help show us why we're at where we're at right now. Okay, does that make sense? Anyways, so I feel like, here I'm having the patience, right? I'm waiting for this apple to ripen. The signs are coming. It's getting closer and closer. Justice can also represent, first of all, when justice shows up in a reading, it talks about making you whole again. For some of you, it's away from where you're at. Some of you, it's right where you're at, but it's of your creation. So anyways, the Eight of Wands says, now it's moving quickly. What you're thinking about, you're bringing about. I like that it's moving into the energy of the star. So have that realization also, that, you have that power. But I feel like I'm calling in, almost like, and maybe I don't even know I'm doing this, like this may be subconsciously, or when I dream, like I'm calling in this particular seed. But listen, it may have taken the cutting of certain ties within the justice, right? Whatever that means for you, there is balance here. Often I feel like it can even be answered karma. Whatever that means. I just want to look at the Eight of Wands moving into the star. Almost feel like I'm being nosy, like I want to know just a little bit more. We have the Hierophant. Well, the Hierophant is about your belief system, your faith. Where is it? Is it yours? Do you carry your own, or had you been carrying that of others? When you have true faith in something, I feel like that's what it's talking about, where energy gains momentum. This is a spiritual time. This is about your higher self, higher belief, higher energy. And that's the energy you're manifesting from. So I like that a lot. That is the card of Taurus. We have to say that. Look at this. We have the Death card. Card of Scorpio. And then we have the Emperor. Like dun 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 dun. So, I feel like the Death card, first of all, I don't mind seeing the Death card come between the Hierophant and the Emperor. Because I feel like this is talking about the energy that you've been on and the opportunity of what you can learn from it and then manifest from it. It's here, right? And it may require, just like the last reading and just like every reading you'll ever watch, probably, it will ask for a closing of a door. because we're meant to. Certain doors are meant to be closed, right? Locked. They belong in the past. We can bring the memory, we can bring the lesson, the wisdom gained, but it is about closing that door and locking it, right? You can talk about, some of you, this is talking about, what you may be doing creatively. Again, I can see the Eight of Pentacles in the world being in this reading with the Emperor, because this can certainly be the business owner. Some of you want to do something right out of your home. Maybe you need to make money. Maybe you went through a divorce or something, and, so you need to get your feet back on the ground, that type of thing. I definitely feel like this is an inspired and, I feel like you're being called upon with these signs. I feel like they're there for a reason, right? And they're sitting right next to the Seven of Pentacles, your seeds of intention, right? Some of you, I feel like it may be, you may receive these signs when you're sleeping. And I often feel like that's because, sometimes maybe we're distracted when we're awake. I don't know. But nonetheless, if you wake up and you feel like, wonder if that was a sign. It was a sign, right? If you go, it was a sign, right? Write it down. It may make no sense, right off the bat. Maybe it takes 7 signs. I don't know. But I can usually tell, but I've I started at the beginning where I barely trusted my intuition, and I had to, it was a journey, and now I completely trust my intuition. So anyways, some of you, I think this is a journey to business ownership, to leadership skills, being called upon, and the Emperor, listen, in the light, which he has the light, right? Came from that light. Was I going to say? Oh, this is someone who's inspiring, right? The people look up to the Emperor. The Emperor, I feel like, rules by faith. And I guess I don't really mean religion, okay? I mean just by faith. So I just feel like some of you, probably a lot of you, are being called into your own creation, right? Your own creation, and then doing, what you feels right. Because again, this is guided, right? And again, I feel like this is you anyways. Like some of you are trying to manifest that anyways. It's interesting because I have daylight and then night. I don't know. Definitely feel the connection in the evening, though. Definitely feel that. So, all the energy is saying, I guess, trust in yourself. If you, in some way, feel like you want to lead, whatever it is, you want to be a father. You want to own a business. This is really, and it's all coming out of really quite beautiful energy. So this reading also flows, right? It begins with the energy of divine, clearly stating the signs will be there, right? And why are the signs active at this time? Because one of your seeds of intention is coming to fruition. And listen, justice can also represent the energy again of this seed in some way, somehow, making you, it gives you a feeling of fulfillment, right? And then we have the Eight of Wands, and it's like, and then watch out world, right? It's almost like divine is talking to you, like God, if you believe in God, like, as I dream about or I pray for something, I feel like within the Hierophant's energy is God's answer. And I feel like the God's answer for some of you is about the closing of a door. Because, again, the 8, right? Something new. It's a new beginning. It's something new. Doesn't mean my whole life is changing. It may be something new within something I do. It's a new avenue. But listen, again, trust your intuition, because that may be part of this test. And if you do, I feel like, wow, again, momentum behind energy. I have to also acknowledge that for someone, it can also talk about a Scorpio and an Aries, and the energy that they needed to go through, right? We're trying to manifest this, but the healing. So I feel like, what's meant to be will be. If we do our part, it's like divine does, the universe does their part. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. These are becoming much longer than I planned, but that's okay. Okay, now we're going to move to number 3. We have enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. It's like the 3 of Wands. Whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I flow. Right? Again, the flow. Whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I flow. Wow, look at this. Magician. It's interesting because it's not really pointing out much like about love lives, right? But what I feel like it's doing, it's helping like each and every one of you, it's helping you to create something within yourself. So, if you're waiting for love or that kind of thing, I hate to say waiting, but if you want love in your life, if that's one of the things that you want in your life, this is talking about thinking about and like fine-tuning myself. And then I feel like, how could love then not enter? Right? So this may be a time when we all have to look at our own foundations. I don't know. But create from it. Then we have the Devil, card Capricorn. Then we have Justice again. The Devil can talk about temptation, right? Something that tempts you. Should I not? Is it right? Is it wrong? I don't know. It looks good. Doesn't mean it is good. Right? It feels good, but that doesn't mean it's meant to be. All that can throw, kind of like cast that shadow upon things. So, and for some of you, it's talking about a Capricorn. It's interesting that because he's like holding out his hand and, like tempting me to take his hand. But Justice stands right beside it. So, she's got a sword up, number 1. I apologize, I'm not bringing him up to the, I guess I can. She's got her sword up, so she's about to cut something. Cut the ties to something. And for some of you, it's about something that tempts you. And maybe it's not in the right direction. Anyways, because the way the Magician, right? The Magician's all about, first of all, it can be tricky energy, no doubt. But I'm not reading it like that. I'm reading about you. And it's almost like the Magician is overloaded with tools that is collected through all of his many lifetimes, right? The Magician is the first person the Fool meets, and his job is to teach the Fool that any tool that you need, anything that you face along this new journey, you have the tool within you to solve it, to fix it, to move beyond it, to heal it, to fight it, whatever it is. You already have that. So then, enthusiasm. Whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I flow. Okay. Some of you, you're passionate about a Capricorn. It's interesting we got a Capricorn and Libra side by side. We just had, Aries and Libra. someone may be, you know, I do feel like there's someone who has met someone, and I do feel like this person has, I want to say like an edgy type character. Charming. Quite charming, though. But scary. There's something about, and I don't mean scary like, you know, I mean like it gives you butterflies. Anyway, let's see. Well, I mean, here's the Ten of Cups, right? Ten of Cups coming under whatever I'm most passionate about is direction I flow. And then we have the Four of Cups. So I feel like this is the journey to the Ten of Cups. Four of Cups reminds you to use your own spiritual discernment regarding anything. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Excuse me. We have the Lovers. Well, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Sun. So first of all, I like that the Sun is here. Card of Leo, by the way. But really, the way that this spread is going, this Sun would be under this Ace of Pentacles and under the energy of the Devil. So, all is illuminated in the Sun. Nothing can be hidden from me, from us, type thing. You know, this does feel like it's turning into a love reading. And I do feel like there's someone that, you know, there's something mysterious about this person. But yet, you know, I feel called to them. Or you're trying to manifest them. There's a lot of, kind of a lot of mystical type energy, I feel. Anyways, we have the Lovers here. First of all, a card of Gemini. Sitting right next to the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles talks about something that's coming into your physical world. What? Well, what's next? The Lovers. The Lovers. So, I have a feeling that either someone is coming in, or you yourself are, you know, you could be this person, but I feel like, you know, I feel like it's kind of like mysterious and, you know, like I almost want to say like a naughty boy or a naughty girl, but I, you know, I don't really think they are. Maybe they were, you know, as adolescents, but I don't feel so much of that because with the Sun here, I trust whatever comes to me, especially with, that it's coming with the Ace of Pentacles. It's also attached to any type of shadow energy. So, you know, this is just someone who gets you, I don't know, like ignites that part of you. And no wonder the Lovers is here. That's, you know, to me, that's chemical. That's chemical attraction. It's interesting because I've noticed before where it's like this knight, which almost looks like he's in spirit form, right? Is like saving, I feel like saving this girl. But he's like spirit form. So, anyways, guys, I mean, it just kind of feels like a love reading, I have to tell you. You know, when does it seem to come together? Well, we have the Knight of Wands down here. And, you know, the Knight of Wands is fast-moving energy. She can even feel a little chaotic. Wait a minute. You're going too fast. with the Four of Cups right above that, which I feel for some, I'm kind of not doing a lot in this energy. I'm kind of, you know, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm working on my pentacles, so to speak. More like I'm in dreamy type energy. So, anyways, I don't know. I feel like some of you may be manifesting this in, but I feel like it's meant to be. I feel like the Lovers is telling us this is meant to be. And it's, I hate to ever say this in a reading, so I don't know why I'm going to say it, but I feel like this energy, let's just say, feels like it completes me. Now, I don't feel like we need anybody to complete us. We can complete ourselves. That's what is jealous and I'm jealous. That's what justice and chariot in the world. That's what it all says. Like you can balance yourself. But nonetheless, listen, bottom line is, I feel like someone is coming in. They feel mysterious. They feel alluring, male or female. I don't even know. I just feel like all of a sudden, like everybody looks alluring and, attracting. It's energy attracting. Coming through the Ace of Pentacles, though, so I feel like this is definitely energy that can be built upon. Definitely can be built upon. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles here with the Sun. So, as always, it's illumination to help you along this journey. So this does feel like, if there's love in a reading, it has now come out. And, I feel very passionate. Like, it's weird. I'm kind of stuck in it. Like, I feel very passionate. We're passionate. But they make me that way. Huh. Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this helped everyone. I don't know who's still left. But I hope you received what you... something is going to help you. A lot of you, probably all of us, signs are coming. We're in a year 5, universal change. It just is. So it's about going with the flow. And then going into a 6, 6 is about relationships. It can be love, but it can just be any type of relationship. It's more of a balanced energy than this year. But I feel like what happens with purpose. And what comes is coming to you with purpose. And don't be afraid. I feel like they kind of open up this part of you that maybe it's almost like you're an earth sign. Maybe you're afraid to explore. And I don't mean this I don't mean like drugs or anything like that. I'm just talking about like within yourself, like an emotion. And with them, I think you'll be exploring it. And I don't know what to say. We had the Ace, which then we also had the Ten of Cups. So I do feel like this ultimately has an opportunity. I do kind of feel like it's meant to be with the Lovers. I can feel this chemical, I don't know, it's energy. And I'm going to leave it there. I don't know. Like, I feel like I keep getting lured back. Anyways, I don't feel like I'm supposed to be warning you. I feel like more about helping you to understand. This may be someone who feels a lot different than you. And, but again, I feel like it's like they open up a part of you that you very seldom explore, if you've ever. I don't even know. So I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for watching the video. trusting in me, trusting in your guides, that messages are for you. Again, this Eight of Pentacles in the world, I feel, is for everyone. It seemed to fit in every single reading. So, some of you may be guided to more than one pile. That's okay. You know, whatever you're feeling, don't overthink it. That's the main thing. Anyways, I love bringing you these readings here and there. Let me know what you think. I've been saying on a lot of my videos, those who are here often, leave your names, everybody. You know, if you leave a comment, like, put your name at the end, because, I don't know, I even wrote some names down the other day, just kind of kept reading over them. I don't know, and I just feel guided to. So anyways, you do whatever you feel, whatever feels right to you. I love you guys. As always, thank you. This is the weekend. Enjoy the weekend the best you can. You know, enthusiasm has pretty much everything to do with everything. So understanding that, and if you came here for confirmation about what you're building, I feel like that has been given to you over and over again. I feel like the other ones, you know, love is probably in there somewhere, or that type of thing, because I don't feel like I'm omitting it. But here, I'm definitely feeling, this may be someone who's been in many past lives. And you got, you know, it takes a moment to explore that, so to speak. So anyway, I'm going to leave it go. I love you guys. As always, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the subscribes. Welcome anyone who's new. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the donations. I am eternally grateful. Just thank you for being here. Love you guys. I will see you in the readings. Bye-bye.